this $5 million offer in front of her, and yet, the trajectory that everybody would pick in her shoes would normally be WNBA.
But normally people don't get that kind of money thrown in their face.
So what do you think about this?
What was the official offer to Caitlin?
It was 2 years, $5 million a year. And plus, we were going to do cool stuff with merch. And, I think he was even talk about percentage and team ownership. We were going to, we believe her coming into the big three would be such a big deal.
For her just to take $5 million to do what comes with that, it just doesn't make sense. That also falls during the WNBA season. So how is she going to play? Whoever is behind Caitlin Clark is thinking about building a brand, not grab some money. You're looking to grab some money and you're Caitlin Clark should fire you today.
My argument about Caitlin Clark and Ice Cube's brilliant idea to bring Caitlin Clark to the big three. This would revolutionize women's professional basketball. I've got all kinds of ideas of how this is going to work, but it's going to get ruined.
Jason Whitlock's recent controversial remarks and the unprecedented $5 million offer from Ice Cube's Big Three could signal a major shift in Caitlin Clark's future. Whitlock, never shy with his opinions, claims that Clark is facing jealousy and envy from within the WNBA, particularly from the LGBTQ+ community, which he provocatively calls the alphabet mafia. At the heart of Whitlock's argument is the historic contract offer from the Big Three League, a game-changing move that could redefine the financial landscape for women's basketball. Whitlock believes this offer is causing tension in the WNBA, with players like Lexi Brown allegedly expressing dissatisfaction. According to Whitlock, many in the league feel that Clark is receiving too much attention and is being handed opportunities that others don't get, fueling resentment. This controversy isn't just about Clark's future. It raises questions about the dynamics in the WNBA and the impact of a star like Clark potentially leaving for a more lucrative opportunity. Could this offer, and the underlying tension, drive Clark away from the WNBA? Jason Whitlock argues that Lexi Brown and others should be celebrating the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark as a major step forward for women's basketball, not criticizing it. His remarks have sparked intense reactions. Many view his use of the term alphabet mafia as divisive and derogatory, while others defend his right to express unpopular opinions. Public response has been mixed. Some applaud Whitlock for speaking out, while others condemn his comments as harmful. Context is key here. The Big Three's offer to Clark is a groundbreaking moment in women's basketball, offering financial recognition few female players have ever seen. Now, the focus shifts to how these remarks might impact Clark's career and the wider women's basketball landscape. Whitlock's comments have certainly intensified the scrutiny. Caitlin Clark's rise in women's basketball has been remarkable. Throughout her college career, she has consistently proven herself as one of the most skilled players in the game, drawing attention not only from basketball fans, but from the entire sports world. However, Jason Whitlock's recent comments have stirred up debate, highlighting the challenges Clark might face as she transitions into the professional arena. Whitlock's remarks have sparked a broader conversation about representation and financial opportunities in women's sports. Are these comments a reflection of deeper issues within the WNBA, or simply one outspoken commentator's opinion? Regardless of the stance, this controversy has ignited an important discussion about the future of women's basketball and the hurdles its stars face. Moving forward, it will be crucial to see how Clark and her peers navigate this landscape and how the sport responds to the challenges and opportunities ahead. Caitlin Clark's dominance on the court has been marked by numerous accolades and record-breaking achievements. Leading her team to multiple victories, she often single-handedly takes control of games with her remarkable scoring ability and court vision. Known for hitting deep three-pointers and driving to the basket with ease, Clark has become a nightmare for defenders. Statistically, she's a powerhouse, consistently putting up impressive numbers in points, assists, and rebounds. Beyond her stats, Clark's success has brought unprecedented excitement and attention to women's basketball, inspiring a new generation of players and challenging outdated stereotypes. Her performances highlight the high level of skill and athleticism in women's basketball, proving it can be just as electrifying as the men's game. Financially, Clark's talent has attracted major opportunities, including the groundbreaking $5 million contract offer from Ice Cube's Big Three League. This offer not only sets a new financial standard for women's basketball, but also showcases the growing recognition of female athletes' marketability and value. Such deals have the potential to reshape the financial landscape for women in sports, paving the way for greater opportunities and higher earnings. The broader implications of Clark's rise extend beyond the court. It signals a shift in how women's sports are viewed and valued, not just by fans but by sponsors and leagues. Clark is more than the star athlete. She's a key figure in a movement pushing for greater visibility and equity in women's sports. If Caitlin Clark were to accept the $5 million contract from Ice Cube's Big 3 League, it could revolutionize the financial landscape for women's basketball. Her decision might pave the way for other talented female players to receive similarly lucrative offers, bridging the financial gap between men's and women's professional leagues. This would mark a significant shift in how women's basketball players are valued, potentially drawing more investors, sponsors, and media attention to the sport. The ripple effects could be felt from college programs to professional leagues, elevating the entire ecosystem of women's basketball. However, Clark's situation also raises broader questions about the cultural perception of women's basketball. Will her success lead to more mainstream recognition and a surge in fan support, or will the sport continue to struggle to gain the same level of attention as men's basketball? These are issues that will unfold over time. But what's undeniable is that Clark is at the forefront of a new era. Her influence could lead to sustained growth in viewership, sponsorship deals, and media coverage. Clark's journey is being closely watched by fans, analysts, and the sports industry. Her rise is a testament to her hard work and talent, and her ability to navigate the pressure that comes with being a trailblazer will be crucial. As she continues to break barriers, it will be fascinating to see how her marketability and influence reshape women's basketball and challenge traditional norms. Her next moves, whether within the Wnba or beyond, will set the tone for future generations of female athletes. Caitlin Clark is focused on her accomplishments, talent, and contributions to the game, without being overshadowed by controversy or personal biases. The $5 million offer from Ice Cube's Big 3 League is groundbreaking, not only for Clark, but for women's basketball as a whole. Jason Whitlock's comments highlight how this offer could reshape the financial landscape for women's basketball players, demonstrating their value and marketability on a much larger scale. If more players begin to secure similar contracts, it could spark a financial revolution in women's sports, attracting talent, boosting viewership, and enhancing overall revenue streams. For years, women's basketball has struggled to match the financial recognition of men's leagues, but high-profile offers like this signal that change is on the horizon. With greater financial investment, players across the board could see improved compensation, further elevating the sport's standing. This is a pivotal moment for women's basketball, and Clark's involvement in such a major deal underscores the growing importance of the sport in mainstream culture. However, the controversy sparked by Whitlock's comments about the Alphabet Mafia and supposed jealousy from other players introduces a more complex discussion. Angel Reese just made waves on social media, accusing Caitlin Clark's fans of harassment. But here's the twist. Fans are firing back, accusing her of lying. This drama goes beyond just two players. It's stirring up the entire WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. And Angel Reese is to be completely believed that there's no hate. They both get along. They're cool with each other. They're high-end competitors, etc., etc. But you've known they were coming for you when you were waving your hands in your face to mock Caitlin Clark when you were beating her for the national championship. And you also are old enough to know that in this society, whether they want to admit it or not, they don't like seeing somebody black coming at somebody white who is a beloved star of theirs. That's not the case with all. It's not the case with most. But those who screech the loudest get the most attention sometimes.
So, what's going on? Reese is accusing Clark's fans of harassment and even creating fake AI images, but something feels off. Fans are calling her out, saying her claims don't line up with what they're seeing, and they're not buying the story.
They were going to come for you. You had to know that. Now, to the degree that they're doing so, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
You might think this is just another basketball drama, but trust me, it's much bigger. This could flip everything we thought we knew about these two stars and their rivalry. Are you ready to dig deeper? Because this rabbit hole runs deep, and what we uncover might just shock you.
Angel Reese, the big superstar rebounder in the WNBA, launches her podcast by taking an immediate shot, in my view, at Caitlin Clark.
Remember when this seemed like just a rivalry on the court? Turns out there's a whole other game happening off it. Reese's accusations against Clark's fans seem clear, but now people are questioning if her own social media tells a different story. The truth could completely shift how we view both players.
When it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me. And I'm sure she believes that I don't have hatred towards her, but I think her fan base has gone, I'm talking about like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like,
we see it all the time.
I know y'all see it. Like, I literally saw something today that was like, it's crazy, and it goes down to knowing, like, again, we are human. Multiple occasions people have made AI pictures of me like naked, literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
no,
are you naked?
Let's break it down. Reese claims she's being sexualized and harassed by Clark's fans. Serious stuff, right? But here's where it gets tricky.